Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to show you an amazing recipe. It is decadent, it is delicious, it is the definition of Mexican gastronomy. I have shown you red, I have shown you white, and today I'm going to show you green. Pozole Verde, my personal favorite. The ingredients you're going to need are pink Himalayan rock salt, chicken bouillon, bay leaves, whole cumin, whole oregano, black peppercorns, chili flakes. These are pumpkin seeds ground up. This powder here gives the pozole an amazing flavor. Now, if you don't want to buy the pepitas or have them and want to toast them and ground them, you could use a mole, a green mole. Now, if you don't want to do either or you can't do either, then skip it. It's not going to be a big deal if you don't add them. I will just say that it does add a very delicious flavor. We have garlic, y'all already know. We have our meat, which is jackfruit, and I have a big bowl here. Now, like I've said before, y'all know that I don't like to add a lot of meat to my dishes. I don't know why, I've never been crazy about meat. If you want to add more meat, please do so. This is about 5 to 6 cans of jackfruit, the smaller cans. So if you want to add more, double it, triple it. It's totally up to you what you like to do. I'm going to use onions. I'm going to also need garlic bulbs. I'm using a couple of them. The full ingredient list will be on the description box below. The reason why you see a lot of them is because I'm actually using the middle part of the bulb. When they get too small, I save them for this type of thing. So 2 of them will equal 1 for me. But if you can add the whole one of these, I will show you what to do. We need garlic. Now, for the toppings, I'm kind of going to show you some here, and then I'll show you some at the end. I'm going to need cabbage. Some people use lettuce. You can use whatever you like. I like the crunch of cabbage. It really adds something special because the pozole is hot, so it does soften a little bit. We have some limes over here. We're also going to need the greens. Now, this is a pozole verde, so we need everything green. Well, aside from these radishes right here. Now, what we're going to need are, I know this looks a little like it's a lot of things, and well, it's not. What we're gonna need are poblano peppers. We're going to roast them and we're gonna get them nice and delicious. So we're gonna need poblano peppers, serrano peppers, need jalapeno peppers. We're also going to need cilantro right here. Big bunch of cilantro. Now we are going to need radish leaves. And this is why these little guys are here. So this is the radish. And these come like this. We're going to need the leaf for the sauce, and these just to top them off. We're going to need spinach. Now, as you can see, there's a theme here, basically using everything that's green because this is what's gonna paint our soup, our pozole, green. It's gonna make it nice and delicious. Now, if you're thinking, oh, I don't like spinach, I don't like cilantro, I don't like this, trust me, you're not going to taste them in that way. It's gonna just, all the flavors are gonna marry and they're gonna become this delicious, beautiful sauce. Give it a try. You're also going to need tomatillos, and this is what they look like. They are nice big green tomatoes, also known as tomatillos. Tomatillos are kind of small. They're a lot smaller. So some people call these green tomatoes. I still call them tomatillos, even though they're a little bigger. They are in water because we're going to cook them, boil them. So this is just to speed up the process. Now here we have the star of the show, pozole. These are the hominy, and they look just like this. Now these are fresh hominy. I bought these at the Mexican market, and when I say the Mexican market, I mean I went to Mexico and bought them off of the street market. Now I know that we don't all have that luxury. I'm in California, very close to the border, so I was able to do that. It's semi-cooked. I don't know if they call it pre-cooked over there. I still have to cook it. If you don't have this, if you can't find this, you can always use canned hominy. Now this is a can of 6 pounds, and I would use 2 of these. Just make sure that if you do use those cans, rinse them out really good. for these pozoles, as I hope you can see, I have rinsed them out over and over till the water came out clean. But I wanted to show you, these pozoles come with a little head, just like this. And it might look gross, but you have to remove them so they can open up and become soft and delicious. Where I bought them, most of them were taken off, but I did have to do some of them. If you don't want to do that, one by one, you don't have to. Let's just say that aesthetically speaking, they don't look very appealing. So this here, it's from that. And I just remove these just like so. So if you see these floating around in the water, just take them out. It's just part of the peel of the hominy. Now, if you don't want to do all of that, taking them one by one, maybe have your kids help you. Or if you ain't about that life, don't worry about it. It's just aesthetically speaking, it's not something that I like to see. So I take it off, just like so. Okay, so these have been rinsed off. What you want to do is rinse them off till the water runs out clean. And I did that. Now, what we need to do next is I have drained the hominy. And I have a very big pot here with hot water. The water is starting to bubble up, as you can see around there. Here, now I'm gonna add it very carefully because she ain't about that burning herself life. So I added the hominy in, and there is a lot of water. And the reason I have a lot of water is because I'm going to cook it on a high heat for the first boil. To this, I'm going to add the 3 large onions. Now follow me here. I'm going to add these 3 large onions and these garlic. And trust me, it might look like a lot, but this onion is what's going to flavor the juice, the broth, the liquid, if you will, of our pozole. So do not skip this step. So this is what I like to do. I like to cut the ends. I take out the outer layer. I remove it. Ooh, I love the smell of onion. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm gonna add an X like this, and I'm not piercing all the way through. And then I'm gonna make one in the middle. This here will help release the flavor of the onion onto the liquid in our pozole. And I'm gonna flip it and do the same thing to the other side. And I'm not going all the way through because I don't want it to fall apart in there. And I'm going to add them in. Now I'm going to do that to the other 2. Now, the garlic. Here we have our garlic. I'm going to add all of these in. It may seem like a lot, but again, like I said, trust me, this is going to flavor the pozole water, our liquid, our juice, and it's going to make it amazing. We are going to remove them at some point, so do not worry. We just want to allow the liquid to have that beautiful, delicious flavor. Now, to the whole ones, I like to do this. I don't cut off the top because I feel like when you cut off the top, they start sipping out. I just like to make little cuts here just to allow it, if you will, to release its flavor. And it goes in the pot. Okay. So I cut the onions. Now I'm going to add them in. Now with the garlic, I cut all around. I made the little incision, but they're wet because I like to rinse them out. They hold a little bit of dirt down here, so I just rinse them out. And in they go. Now that's gonna flavor really nicely. Now I'm also going to add bay leaf. I'm going to add whole oregano, but I'm going to press it through my hands just like this and rub it so it releases its natural oil and flavor, and in it goes. I'm also going to add cumin, and this is whole cumin, and this is the best cumin I've bought till this day. I went to the Mexican market, like I said, and I bought all these spices, and wow, I've never gotten anything fresher than this. It smelled amazing. All the way on the way back home, I was just sniffing. And in they go. Oh my goodness, it smells so good. Now I'm going to add some black peppercorns. In they go. And I'm going to add a little bit of chili flakes. That's because to give it a little oof. I'm gonna give this a little mix real quick. Now I'm not adding salt just yet. I feel that if I were to add the salt right now, it's going to slow down the process of the hominy cooking. So I'm going to add, once the hominy is cooked, that's when I'm going to add the salt. Now, if you want to add it, then you totally can. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to wait. To this point, this would be pozole blanco. This is the white pozole. Now, we're going to make this a green pozole. So what do we gotta do now? Once you add all your spices in here, you leave this pot on high with the lid on. I'm going to do this till it comes up to a boil, and then I'm gonna check them. Let's move on to the next thing. Here I have our tomatillos. I put them in a pot and they are simmering just about now. I have it on high. They're about to start to boil. Now with tomatillos, you don't want to overcook them. What will happen is that they will get bitter. It's just like not what we want. We want their nice flavor. You just want to add enough water for them to fit. They don't all have to be covered in water. I never completely cover them in water. As you can see, all their tops are exposed. So I put in cold water, I put in the tomatillos, and I brought it to this point, so to where they're boiling. At this point, I would probably only leave them for about 5 to 10 minutes, but it really depends. So I will show you what point you need to turn this off. When tomatillos start cooking, here's one perfect example. You see this one? It is green up here and yellow here. This is a good indicator to me that it's time to turn them off. So I'm going to turn it off, but I'm going to leave it in the water. Just like that. While these are resting and sitting here, I'm going to roast or char, if you will, our poblano peppers. So I'm going to place them straight onto the range and roast them. Now, if you do not have a gas stove, start a big ass bonfire. Just kidding. You could totally use your electric stove. You just have to use a pan and put them on there. It will take a lot longer, but it will get done. And it won't be super long. It just takes longer because clearly we're using straight fire onto them here. As you can hear, there is a crickling sound. That is totally normal. It's essentially burning off the outer skin, as you can see here. And this is what we want, just all throughout. This is what we're gonna do, and we're gonna be turning them and checking them, and I will show you what they look like once they're all blackened. And my ranges are on high, just so it can go by faster. See, this one's already getting charred. Okay, these are now ready. So I'm going to take them out, and they're all charred all around. And I'm gonna put them in a plastic bag. The reason why they're inside a plastic bag is so they can sweat. So I'm gonna put them in here, close the bag, so they can sweat, so I can peel off the charred skin. Okay, I'm gonna allow that to happen, and then I'll show you what we need to do next. Here we have our poblanos. They have been sweating in this little spa, and we're gonna peel them now. This is how I like to do them. And I just use the knife and push it out, just so my hands don't get all messy. I would say, do not rinse these off with water. It would be super fast to do that and all, but with that, you take away a lot of their flavor. So, as you can see, it's very easy to just scrape them, and it takes that outer charred layer, but all that smoky flavor remains. Let me do another one. So here we have it. We just scrape it just like so. This is one of my most favorite smells out there. Roasted poblano peppers, oh my goodness, they ain't nothing like it. There just isn't. It is amazing. It is a beautiful, beautiful thing. Y'all talking about, oh, newborn baby smell? No, poblano pepper smell. That's where it's at. Just kidding. Newborn baby smell, delicious. They're delicious. Okay, so here we have the poblano, just like that. It's all naked now and exposed. We're gonna make a little sliver back here. And I like to cut all around just like this. On the crown, I guess you would say. Because we want to take the seeds out. So when you do that, you're able to easily take the whole thing out. You see? It's making me think of one of the Stooges. You know, the one with the bowl cut? Okay, so we're taking out the seeds. Now the leftover seeds, you just kind of want to take them off as well. Doesn't have to be perfect. You can leave 1 or 2 on there. I'm gonna do that to all of them and I'll be right back. Okay, so I hear that this is boiling. And it is. It smells beautiful. So now that this is boiling, I'm gonna give it a quick little stir here. Now I'm going to turn this down to about medium. And I'm going to cover it back up. And I'm going to put 1 hour on the timer. And then we'll check back again. What we're going to do in the meantime is we're going to blend what's gonna make the salsa verde. I'm going to add all the tomatillos. And as you can see, this is what they look like now. Notice the bright green color up top. So this is what they all kind of look like. What you don't want is for them to burst in the water. That means that they overcooked and they start changing in flavor, and that's really not what you want. Do not throw out the tomatillo water. We might need it. Now I'm gonna give this a quick blend just because it's full right now. And well, I need it to not be so full. Now that I blended the tomatillos, I'm going to add the cilantro along with the bottom part, all of it. Just gonna add that in. I'm going to add the radish leaves. Now, this is just a small bunch, like a little handful of it. I'm going to add the chiles. I'm going to add the serranos and the jalapenos. And you're going to add your spinach. Now I'm feeling like this is a little full, so I'm going to blend and see. Yeah, this is getting pretty high up here now, but it still has some room. I'm going to add an onion. I'm going to add my garlic. I'm going to add my pepita powder. I'm going to add the chicken bouillon. And I'm really pushing my luck here because I'm adding it really high up here. I'm gonna wait to add the spinach because or else it'll be an explosion. Don't do as I do sometimes. Sometimes you just gotta use your better judgment. This is not one of them. Here we go, we're gonna blend. Yeah, there's no room for the spinach. So I'm gonna blend this really well because we're not going to strain it. So blend really well. And if you do not have a high-speed blender, make sure that you blend even longer. I'm gonna pour this out onto a bowl just so I can add the rest of the stuff. I'm going to add spinach and my other jalapeno that I've tried to run away. Now, if you don't like things spicy, and I don't think this will be spicy, I think it'll just have a nice kick. But if you don't want to even risk it, you can half it. But I would say don't skip them, because not only do the jalapenos add a little kick, they add flavor. So do the serranos and everything. Okay, so now that we did the poblano peppers, I'm going to add them to the blender. Along with this, I'm going to add a cup of the liquid that we use to cook the tomatillos in. So don't throw that out. Now, if you already threw it out, it's not a big deal. Use water, use whatever you got. Okay, so now we're going to blend. Blend, blend, blend. Now, I would typically taste this right now, but because I poured some into a bowl, it wouldn't be accurate. So I'm gonna put everything into the bowl and then taste it. I'm going to pour it all in. I'm mixing all the sauces, the mix of the two sauces in. Woo! Child, this smells beautiful. Gotta mix it really well, just so we can get an accurate flavor here. Looks like it's incorporated it pretty well now. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, what we need to do next, in a pot, I'm going to warm it up. I'm going to add some oil, and the oil is to your discretion. And we're going to fry our sauce. This beautiful thing. Now, you don't want it to be too hot because you don't want it to splash everywhere. So, oh yes, Lord. So we're going to fry it and allow that to cook for about 15 to 20 minutes. Not a whole lot of time. Now, if you wanted to omit the oil, you guys, you totally can. Okay, I'm gonna let this fry for about 15 to 20 minutes and I'll be right back. Okay, this has been going for 15 minutes on medium low and it's now ready. What I'm gonna do to this is the meat that we have, I'm gonna add it in so we can start marinating, if you will, with this sauce. Now at this point, I'm waiting. Ooh, child, yes, look at this. Like I said before, you guys, if you want to add more meat, you totally can. There is enough sauce here. There is enough for everybody. And you know, like I said, I don't really like a lot of meat on my food, but to be quite honest with you guys, I realized too late that I didn't have enough cans of jackfruit. So I probably would have added a little more. I'm letting you in on a little secret. But if you do like it meaty, please do add more. I'm just trying to break down the jackfruit really well here. It was clumped up. So I'm just trying to break it down so all the sauce can really get in here. Because we're going to add this to our pozole pot. Oh, and I guess an hour has now passed by. We need to check on our pozole to see how it's doing. Ooh, baby. So, our pozole has been going. And I have not opened the pot since we last closed it. It has just been going for medium to medium high. And as you can see, the pozolitos are floreados. And floreados means that they sprouted, that they opened up into this pretty little flower. You see? So I'm gonna grab it and taste it for tenderness. They are good. At this point, I'm going to add my salt. Now, our pozole is not ready. I'm gonna bring down the heat. Our pozole blanco, this is white pozole, is ready. We added the salt. It's not ready. So this is one way that you can do it. So now we gotta fish. We gotta fish all of the garlic. They have done their job. They have released their flavor. Now we can get them out. And you wanna do this before you add the sauce, the green sauce. Reason being is it'll be hard to see once you add that color into the pot. I'm gonna give them a gentle squeeze so we can release those last bits of goodness. And the third one. Okay, now some pieces fell out and I'm getting those out as well. Okay, so I fished out all of the things we put in. The bay leaf, the garlic, the onions, and this is what we have now. Delicious, amazing goodness. Oh, there's another one right there. Well, hello there, friend. Now at this point, look at all this hominy, just this pozole is living their best life. Okay, beautiful. So essentially, in this video, I just taught you how to make pozole blanco, white pozole, and now I'm about to show you the green, the beauty that it is green. Now very carefully, we're going to add this all in. And it's gonna go from white to green. So now this white pozole is gonna be green. Gotta mix it really, really well. I like to let it simmer. It's on medium to medium high. So I'm gonna leave it there for another 20 minutes just so they can really get together. Now, I wanna tell you this. When you use hominy that is not canned, so fresh hominy, there is a slight delicious thickness that the hominy releases. This like starchy, yummy goodness into this soup. I don't know if you can tell, but there's a slight thickness. Now, when you use canned hominy, I don't feel that you get that. But there is such beauty in this slight thickness with pozole that a little trick in order to achieve this, if you are using canned, or if you want it even thicker, if you are using fresh and you want it a little thicker, use about a can of the hominy. So take it out. Not a can, a cup. Use a cup. And when you're blending your greens, add it to it and blend it all together and then just add it in. It'll add this nice flavor and thickness to the soup. Okay, I'm gonna let this go for another 20 minutes or so and I'll be right back. The time is now up and look at this beauty right here. I've turned off the fire. Ooh, look at that big piece of meat. Yes. Oh my goodness, yes. Look at this yummy goodness. Oh my God. And now we get to eat. All that jackfruit and delicious yummy goodness. I don't know if you guys can appreciate the thickness of the soup. Oh, so beautiful. Look at all that jackfruit there, you guys. Well, we have our pozole here. Now, this is how I like to prepare it. I like to grab a big handful of cabbage. I like to grab onion, just put it all over, yummy. It gives it that zip, that zippity zip zip zap that I love. Now I'm going to add some cilantro. Oh man. Now I'm going to add some radishes. Just all through. I'm going to add avocado. Now to the followers that told me on Instagram about the avocado in the pozole, thank you. I once again thank you because it's changed my life. It has made pozole all the more enjoyable for me. It was amazing before, it is even more now. Now I like extra heat, I like it very spicy. So I'm adding a few jalapenos. I'm going to add some oregano and I'm gonna put it in the palm of my hand and I'm going to rub it in. It breaks it up and it releases its aroma and oils and it is just beautiful. I'm going to add a little bit of chili flakes because the colors and delicious. Yeah, I'm going to add some lime. I could not have it without lime. I wouldn't want to have it without lime. Yes. And to go with it, I'm gonna have some tostadas. Now let's do a zoom on this. This is us, y'all. This is us. Y'all see this? Now, I won't be eating at the end of this video just because it is Christmas Eve. I'm gonna share this bowl with my family, but I just wanted to show you guys. Look at that. Oh my goodness. I am although gonna take one bite just because I need. This bite almost has it all. I'm going back for the avocado. Look at that. So good. It needs a little more lime. You guys, this is amazing. You guys will love this recipe.
It has a little bit of a kick, like I said, that is customizable. But if you want it less spicy, you can add a little bit less. If you want it a little less thick, see how the broth is a little thick? You can add more water. It's totally and entirely up to you. I like to eat it with tostadas, like you see me. So good. You guys, make this at home. Make this for your loved ones. Make it for everybody. It is so good. Cheers, you guys. I love you, and I'll see you on the next one.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. I'm SaharBelle, and this is on Learning Everything with SaharBelle. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.